Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. And in this update, we are going to check out XLM Lumens price chart, and I'm here to tell you that there's actually a good chance our move up is going to continue. But first things first, if you remember the last time that we talked about XLM, we were around these areas, and the idea was that since this is kind of a strong move on the upside, and since we got it from this very important level, then okay, makes sense to argue this might be wave 3, meaning what? This is actually in the middle of a move on the upside, and that's why I said odds are this move is going to continue. Now, let's count some waves in here based on what we are having right now, because I think the picture in XLM is sort of kind of clear. Here's the situation. I think this is one, followed by probably an A, B, C running flat into wave 2, good move up into wave 3, correction for 4, another move up into wave 5, like we said that in the previous video. Also, in here we can consider many different counts, but here is one. You see, you can argue that this is an A, B2 about this point. I'm gonna say another move down into our C leg, and I think we can all agree that this is definitely a 5 wave up. Also, we talked about this subject in the previous video. This can be maybe another 5 wave on the upside to about here or this high, not really that important. And pay attention, I think at the moment we are having yet another beautiful 5 wave up, and on a higher degree, if you want to go specifically with this count, you can consider this scenario suggesting this is 1, this is 2, good move up into wave 3, correction for 4, and we are having another move into wave 5, which on a higher degree, it's going to be into this larger degree wave 3, followed by correction for 4, and guess what? At least another move on the upside into wave 5. And what can be a likely target for the end of this wave 5? You probably know it if you watched the previous video. I think by the first target, we are going to at least reach to about this very important region between 41 to about 42.5 cents. So let's expect from the current point at least another 8 to 10% move on the upside. And then at that point, okay, fair enough. Maybe we are going to get a move down. And this is the key, pay attention. I need to see a very slow and choppy move down in order for me to be able to be bullish with quite a lot of confidence, and assuming that I identify all the right subwaves in here. Trust me, this is going to be a beautiful long opportunity for us. Why? Because on a higher degree, maybe this is going to be a wave 1 followed by correction for wave 2. And what's next if this scenario is happening? Okay, you know the answer. Huge move up into wave 3, 4, 5. And getting in at the end of our wave 2 is going to be the perfect trading setup for us. So in XLM overall, I think we are looking really promising. The fact that we got our bounce back from this unbelievably important support region and we did not get a break of it. Trust me, if we would have gotten a break of this thing at that point, our move down would have continued maybe for another like 20-30% in order to reach to all the way down here to this important support area. So the fact that we didn't do that is awesome. And when you combine it with this count suggesting that we are having an impulse off of the lowest low, okay, makes sense to be quite optimistic as long as I'm not proven otherwise. And let's count on a continuation of this move up in the short term. And here is my final point. Let's see what is happening in indicators. So here's the situation. Let's actually delete a stock RSI. Excuse me. Okay, what do we have in here? In MACD, this is a high. The other one is a lower high, but on the live chart, this was a high. The other one was a higher high, meaning we had a beautiful bearish divergence. And you might say, well, okay, this is actually a bearish sign suggesting we're going to get a move down. Yes, normally it is going to be that. However, pay attention, recently we got a break of our divergence line, and this means that we should have expected right at this candlestick a rather good move up in XLM, which we are getting it right now. Now, if you want to say that maybe this isn't actually a valid divergence, then absolutely fair. May I suggest pay attention to the potential bearish divergence that we are going to have right in here between this high and this one right in here. And again, I'm going to say the same thing. If you want to be bullish with more confidence, just be a bit patient and see, are we going to get a break of the divergence line or not? If we do it at that point, please count on a 10% move up in order to reach to about this important level. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in XLM. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.